Have you ever wondered why your houseplants keep dying, even though you're doing your best to take care of them? Today, I'm going to show you 5 common mistakes that can quietly kill your plants. And the number one mistake is something almost everyone makes without realizing it. Let's get started. You water your plants, you place them near a window. You genuinely try to take good care of them. And yet, they still struggle. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. The good news is that most plant problems come from just a handful of common mistakes. And once you know what to look for, they're often much easier to fix than you think. Let's begin with the biggest mistake of all, one that I made myself when I first started gardening. Mistake number 1, overwatering. Many people see a drooping plant and immediately reach for the watering can. But surprisingly, overwatering kills more houseplants than underwatering. Plant roots need oxygen just as much as they need water. When soil stays constantly wet, roots begin to suffocate and eventually rot. Some common signs include yellow leaves, soft stems, and slow growth even though you're watering regularly. Here's a simple trick. Before watering, stick your finger about an inch into the soil. If it still feels moist, wait another day or two. Sometimes the best thing you can do for a struggling plant is leave it alone for a little longer. But there's another mistake that's even more deceptive, and it often happens when you think you're doing everything right. Mistake number 2, not enough light. Just because a plant lives indoors doesn't mean it doesn't need sunlight. Many houseplants need much more light than people realize. A plant sitting in a dark corner may survive for weeks or even months, but it probably won't thrive. Signs of insufficient light include long, weak stems, smaller leaves, pale colors, and little to no new growth. Take a few minutes to learn how much light your specific plant needs. Some plants love bright direct sunlight. Others prefer bright indirect light. When you place a plant in the right location, the difference can be remarkable. Before we move on, take a quick look at the plant nearest to you right now. Does its pot seem too small? Because that brings us to mistake number 3, using the wrong pot size. This surprises many beginners. A pot that's too small can cause roots to become crowded and tangled. That makes it harder for the plant to absorb water and nutrients. But a pot that's too large can create problems too. Extra soil holds extra moisture, increasing the risk of root rot. A good rule of thumb is to choose a new pot that's only 1 or 2 inches wider than the current one when repotting. Your plant needs room to grow, but not too much room all at once. If you've noticed one of these mistakes in your own home, leave a leaf emoji in the comments. I'd love to know what challenges you're facing. Now let's talk about the final 2 mistakes. Mistake number 4, poor drainage. You may be watering correctly, but if the water has nowhere to go, problems can still develop. Without drainage holes, excess water collects at the bottom of the pot. That leaves roots sitting in water for long periods of time. And most houseplants simply don't like that. Whenever possible, use pots with drainage holes. Place a tray underneath to catch excess water. It's a simple solution that prevents countless plant problems. And now for the final mistake. One I used to make because I believed more was always better. Mistake number 5, too much fertilizer. Many people assume that more fertilizer means faster growth. Unfortunately, that's not how plants work. Too much fertilizer can burn roots and put unnecessary stress on the plant. Signs of fertilizer damage may include brown leaf tips, yellowing leaves, and stalled growth. Plants need nutrients, but they also need balance. Always follow the instructions on the package. When it comes to fertilizer, more is rarely better. And before we finish, there's one skill every successful gardener develops: observation. Plants are constantly communicating with us. They just don't use words. Yellow leaves, brown spots, drooping stems, tiny holes caused by pests. These are all signals. The earlier you notice them, the easier they are to fix. Many experienced gardeners will tell you that observation is the most valuable gardening skill of all. Just a few minutes each day can help you spot problems before they become serious. The truth is that healthy plants don't require perfection. They simply need the right conditions. A little less water, a little more light, good drainage, the right pot size, and consistent attention. Small adjustments often create big results. And remember, every gardener loses plants from time to time. It's part of the journey. Every mistake teaches you something valuable. The goal isn't to create a perfect garden. The goal is to enjoy the process and continue learning. Thank you so much for spending time in the garden with me today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to Gardening After 60 for more simple gardening tips, relaxing ideas, and inspiration for older adults. And before you go, let me know in the comments: which plant gives you the most trouble at home? I'd love to hear your story. See you again soon.